fights because I know I'm 100% ready in my heart. You see the belts behind me. After this weekend, I'm going to have 2 more to my collection, and that's going to have a total of 8 world titles. So I'm just really happy to be here in this opportunity to be able to perform at the highest level in front of my fans. Cinco de Mayo weekend is going to be a party.
How did you put this off? This is a tough guy. Boy, did he hang in there. He took tremendous punishment at that time.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to outpower him because my first time coming up to 200. So I knew I had to use the gifts I got then. Speed, power, movement, point selection, and IQ. That's exactly what I did. Got ball out.
What I said was that, you know, Benavidez is a monster. He's just you never seen somebody that's so tall, so big, be that fast.
Man, I would love to see like a better BF or a Bivol. Just like I'd love to see like him just smashing everything in light heavyweight.
So I think right now he is the man at that weight class. So whoever's gonna fight him has to wait in line because there's several fighters like Bivol, like all the top guys. So including just all the world champions. But Benavidez right now is the man.
What you're doing, and listen closely, because the landscape of professional boxing was just permanently altered. What we witnessed inside that ring tonight wasn't just a high-stakes championship fight, it was a cold, clinical, and absolutely terrifying public execution. After a 6-round demolition that felt more like a slaughter than a sport, David Benavidez has officially transcended the sport. By obliterating Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, he didn't just win a belt, he sent a chilling message to every fighter from 168 to
25 of your 31 fights have been knockouts. Should we be preparing for that this coming weekend?
Yeah, like I said, I'm the Mexican monster for a reason. I love the knockouts, and people love to see, a brutal and savage fight. So that's exactly what I'm going to give them. I feel better when I get a knockout and I stop a person. So that's exactly what we're going to do. The Mexican monster is going to keep continuing being the Mexican monster.
Benavidez walked into the arena tonight with a terrifying look in his eyes, vowing to make a statement in his quest for 3-division glory. And from the very first second the bell rang, he proved why he is the most avoided, most feared, and most dangerous volume puncher in the sport today. He wasted absolutely no time. From the opening seconds, his hand speed looked like it belonged in a different weight class entirely. He was catching the naturally larger, heavier Ramirez with crisp, blinding straight rights that snapped his head back like a Pez dispenser. During a shocking post-fight assessment, legendary promoter Oscar De La Hoya looked visibly stunned, describing Benavidez as
beautiful. It was, look, I mean, that's the way I called it, is the buzzsaw of Benavidez, punches and bunches. And the only shot that Zurdo had was kind of, throw a punch right in the center. So obviously the speed was too much. Benavidez was too much. The monster's here for a long time, so very proud of him. But the whole night from top to bottom was excellent. Probably one of the best cards we've ever put.
Imagine being Gilberto Ramirez, a man used to being the bully, finding yourself suddenly trapped in a tactical nightmare with no exit door. While Ramirez tried to use his massive frame and cruiserweight strength to shove Benavidez into the ropes in the second and third rounds, he was met with something he never expected, a blinding, shoeshine flurry of hooks and uppercuts that reset the momentum every single time. This was a masterclass in pure high-level inside fighting. While most tall fighters are terrified of getting close and prefer to hide behind a jab, Benavidez genuinely thrives in the deep water of the pocket. By the 5th round, he was putting on a clinic, lifting Ramirez's chin with brutal bone-jarring uppercuts.
Oh God, that combination, what the fuck? Hey brother, that stop. Back right to the ow. Oh shit, hey brother, don't ow, that upper. Hey brother, this dude here is nice, brother. Zurdo hurt. That right here, yeah. Bam, he hit that big guy. He was like, oh shit. Oh no, Benavidez, don't stop doing that. Ouch. Oh shit, big boy hanging in there. He dropped him. They just took a knee. Zurdo doesn't have much left. Good body shot. It's the body shots. Oh, you don't have to. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's hurt bad. He's hurt bad. His eye squirted. His eye squirted. He broke his orbital bone. He broke out. It's broke. It's broke. It's broke. It's broke. I told you how he punches bad. He stopped Zurdo Ramirez.
For the first time in his legendary professional career, Gilberto Ramirez was exposed as a mortal man. Under the searing, relentless heat of the Benavidez attack, the champion began to wilt visibly. It was hard to watch. By the fourth round, a skull-cracking right hand backed Ramirez fully onto the ropes before a blinding combination floored him. For the first time in the fight, the sound of that knockdown sent a shiver through the crowd. Even though Ramirez showed incredible championship heart to somehow pull himself off the canvas and make it to the sixth, the damage was permanent. His right eye was nearly swollen shut. His nose was a mess, and his movement had become sluggish and heavy, stopping a fighter.
Zurdo, ¿estás bien? Zurdo, ¿todo bien? Sí, está bien, nomás mucho. Start moving back, moving back. ¿Qué quieres decir, amigo?
Yo hacía adaptación.
When you are exposed to this level of scrutiny, every move you make is judged. But Benavidez's performance was so stunning that it drew glowing praise from the baddest man on the planet himself. Mike Tyson, the man who famously gave Benavidez the Mexican Monster nickname, was ringside to personally witness the carnage. When a legend like Tyson, a man who knows everything about ferocity, openly tells the world that he doesn't need to give you advice because you're already the pinnacle, you know you've reached a level of greatness that few ever touch. Tyson's powerful endorsement highlights a scary truth. Benavidez.
Which fight do you want most? The fight, if you had your top three, I'm gonna give you three. I mean, not just one, but three. If you had to pick three fights that you want more than anything in your career before it's over, sooner than later, what would those three fights be?
The top three fights that I want for my career, and I honestly, I feel like we can make it happen. The next three fights is me versus Dimitri Bivol, me versus Artur Beterbiev, and me versus Canelo Alvarez. You know, I think there's so much hype behind all three of these fights that we have to make them happen, and I think it's a possibility we can make it happen. So you know what? At the end of the day, and then we're going to continue to try to make these big fights happen.
I think Bivol would fight you. I think Beterbiev would fight you. Do you believe that at this stage of his career, Canelo Alvarez would ever choose to fight you?
I mean, to be honest with you, I just feel like it's too big of a fight to leave on the table. I think, you know, what that fight represents, you know, two great Mexicans going at it, you know, two great world champions, the best world champions of their era going at it. So I feel like, you know, it has to happen, you know, eventually. You know, it's too big of a fight to not make happen.
one star was rising, another was conspicuously caught in a moment of controversy. Saul Canelo Alvarez was reportedly caught in a very suspicious situation, according to multiple ringside sources and footage. Canelo made a swift, almost frantic exit from the arena before the main event had even concluded. Why would the face of boxing leave before the biggest fight of the night was over? The visual optics of this move have set the entire boxing world.
Canelo, Billy, talk to us about the matchup. How excited are you to come back?
I'm excited to be a champion again. And McBilly is a hard fighter, so it's gonna be a good fight. I think the styles makes a good fight.
And we're leaving before the main event. You're leaving before the main event. Why? You don't want to
I just come to see Jaime Munguia.
That's it.
Saúl, contento con el resultado esta noche.
What I said was that, you know, Benavidez is a monster. He's just like, you never seen somebody that's so tall, so big, be that fast. It's like he's super fast, you know what I mean? And he has power too. So at the end of the day, you know, I tip my hand off to Benavidez. He's a Mexican monster. He's got it all. He's right now, you know, he's one of my favorite fighters, and you know, I wish him the best.
Canelo left before the main event, man. Was that a good idea?
No, no weapon. What was that again?
I said Canelo left before the main event. Do you think that was like a good idea?
I think it was a good idea.
It's a good idea.
Because they want to, you know, I know that Benavidez might call him out. So, yeah, but you know what? Saul has fought everybody also. So he's not scared of anybody. So, I mean, when people think they want to put that around, like that he's scared of something, he's not scared of nothing. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, this is boxing. If you want to see people
Whether
fight.
you believe it's a strategic business move or a legal hurdle regarding his mandatory status, the narrative that Canelo is running from Benavidez is now an absolute roar that cannot be ignored. While fighters like Vargas try to defend Canelo's resume, the actual paying fans, the people who keep this sport alive, are growing increasingly restless and openly frustrated. After tonight's absolute destruction of Ramirez, it is becoming mathematically and logically impossible to justify any other fight for the undisputed crown. But Benavidez isn't waiting for a handout. He has vowed to conquer the 175-pound division and is now looking directly at the winners of the Bivol versus Beterbiev saga. He has officially cleared out the top tier of his weight class, and the entire boxing world is ready for the monster to hunt even bigger prey. The sentiment online is clear. Benavidez might actually be even more terrifying at 175 pounds. Without the grueling weight cut, his chin and
Bro, what did he say? What did he say post-fight? Man, I would love to see like a Beterbiev or a Bivol. Just like I'd love to see like him just smashing everything in light heavyweight.
John Apatow said that he wanted to get the winner at his fight. You think that would be a good one?
I'd be mad as well. That'd be mad. But I would love to, I don't know. I feel like he's got unfinished business at light heavyweight, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, you want to see a fight at light heavyweight?
Beterbiev, Bivol, one of those guys.
Would he be favored against those?
100%. He should be ranking in the top pound for pound, man. With that performance like that, he's just smashing divisions out, man. He's gonna go to heavyweight and he's gonna rule.
Canelo left before the main event. Was that a good idea?
Of course he did. Who would want to watch that? Thank you, too.
Thanks, Tim.
David, you know you're always welcome on the show, man. Thank you for being here. Let me ask you this. You're taking this fight. Is it because you wanted this fight in this cruiserweight and add the 2 belts to your collection more so that? Or is it because of the amount of people that have been ducking you through the super middleweight division, light heavyweight, et cetera, et cetera? Which one was it more?
Yeah, that's exactly why I went up to the cruiserweight division, because I had all these people ducking me. I was supposed to fight Dimitri Bivol for all the world titles at 175. He couldn't get that fight, so now we're fighting Zurdo Ramirez. And you know, like I said, I'm just trying to get the biggest and best fights and make the best fights happen for the fans.
We don't talk too much about the cruiserweight division, so we're looking at somebody like David Benavidez and you know, being your popularity, your greatness, how marquee you are. I was saying to myself, damn, is this him inching his way to becoming a heavyweight, or is it just to grab these belts, go back down to light heavyweight? What's your intent with all of this?
Oh, so, you know, I'm not even thinking about heavyweight right now. You know, I have to give the cruiserweight division the respect it deserves, and I'm coming up here to clean this division out. After these 2 titles, we're going to see, you know, if the other world champions at cruiserweight are willing to fight. and we're just going to be ready to make the biggest and best fights happen. After this, if there's an opportunity to fight Bivol and Archer Beterbiev, that's what we're going to do. Or if there's an opportunity to fight for another belt at cruiserweight, then that's what we're going to do. Like I said, I just want to chase greatness and capture more world titles.
As of this moment, David Benavidez firmly holds every single card in the deck. He is the dealer now. Oscar Day. La Hoya has already suggested that there are multiple lucrative multi-million-dollar options on the table, including names like David Morrell. This is the same Morrell who publicly doubted Benavidez's chin and power before tonight's fight. Well, after what we just saw, those doubts have been buried under the canvas. Truly being the man always comes with a massive target painted on your back. And Benavidez...
Talk about the speed and everything that he
the speed, the skill set he showcases, man. You know, he'll put the punches together, man, but it's the right punches, bro. The skill set is unmatched. You know, I feel like Benavidez can do whatever he wants right now and beat up on whoever he wants.
Now, you said you want Munguia. Why is it that you want Munguia next?
Because Munguia's a great fighter, bro. He just won a world title at 168. I'm looking to become a world champion, you know, so I think Munguia right now is the perfect fight for me. Another guy I want to get out there, man, is Lester Martinez. That's the fight I would love, man. But you know, I want to fight the best. That's it.
What about Canelo? You see Canelo still at 168?
Man, you know, Canelo, of course, man. That's the fight I really want, man. But you know, if I can't get Canelo, I want to get Lester. I want to get Munguia. I want to get Berlanga. I want to get Shiraz. I want to get all them guys, man.
What do you think is next for Benavidez? What would you like to see? I thought we couldn't hear back here, but maybe he was talking about B-ball. Is that something that looks like is coming up next?
He's got many options. He's got many options. So I think right now he is the man at that weight class. So whoever's going to fight him has to wait in line, because there's several fighters like Bivol, like you know, all the top guys. So including you know, just all the world champions. But Benavidez right now is the man.
His lethal combination of freakish speed, massive height, and relentless no-breaks aggression makes him a complex puzzle that no one has been able to solve in 30 professional fights. He is now a 3-division world champion, he has the endorsement of Mike Tyson, and he has the entire world talking. But the burning question, the only one that truly matters when you lay your head down at night, is this. In your honest opinion, after seeing that Mexican monster show tonight, is David Benavidez already the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world? Is he the man to finally end Canelo's reign? That is all the time we have for today, folks. If you genuinely enjoyed this deep dive breakdown, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming viral updates. Share your honest, unfiltered thoughts in the comments below. Does anyone beat this man? Stay tuned and we will catch you in the very next video.